What is a construction engineer? Their job includes overseeing a building process to provide essential leadership to complete a project efficiently and effectively. Their knowledge on the field provides the oversight necessary to accomplish a project on time without any hiccups or issue. Their main difference from civil engineering, of course, is that a construction engineer's main role revolves around the job site, working closely with the construction crew to complete projects. Construction engineers receive training in techniques, methods, cost, scheduling, and staff management. Their top priority is to complete a job on time, on budget, and to the highest possible standard. In 2005, Hurricane Katrina became notorious for being one of the greatest storms to hit southeast Louisiana. The storm destroyed many parts of New Orleans and left the city in ruins. The name was even retired the year after because of the high damages and cost of the storm. But with the help of local engineers, large parts of the city were rebuilt in only 18 months. To this day, Louisiana continues to suffer from devastating hurricanes. For example, Hurricane Ida ravaged the Gulf Coast in 2021. So hurricanes have plagued the area for a long time and will continue to do so every year if nothing is done about it. After a natural disaster like a hurricane, many people will be out of important factors of life, such as shelter, communication, and water. Construction engineers can help with the reintroduction of these important resources, overseeing the construction of houses and flood prevention measures, while also being able to estimate prices of materials, which is useful in a time of need like after a hurricane. They are able to plan ahead for upcoming projects and missions. Disaster prevention. Before a disaster strikes, it is always best to prevent them from happening in the first place by reinforcing levees, adapting homes, and providing evacuation routes for civilians in case of emergency. Rebuilding. On the other hand, construction engineers can be used to provide quick relief after disasters. Their skills can be used to construct buildings quickly and efficiently. Recommending disaster prevention comes with pros and cons. The benefits of disaster prevention include the prevention of flooding and infrastructure destruction. Another benefit of this choice is the potential to save cost and resources that would be required to rebuild the structures from nothing. However, some cons include the use of trial and error to be able to execute a disaster prevention program, because a disaster has to happen and you need to know what will break first and what will cause the most damage. Another possible consequence of this is that if a disaster destroys an area, then the money and equipment dedicated to reinforcement will go to waste. For better reliability and results, we recommend that disaster prevention is a better strategy to implement, combining its lower cost, low setup, and low effort, make for a simpler and more effective strategy. For example, when a disaster strikes, one must consider why rebuild a city when it never had to be destroyed in the first place. To explain this, put simply, that starting a construction from nothing is more difficult than simple repairs.